Beautiful. Okay, we'll get started. Hello and welcome everyone present and anyone that is watching on the live. My name is Neely and I am the Australian President for World Women Leading Change. And I am the person that holds the wellness conferences every second Tuesday, and this one will be the final and last one for the year. So thank you all so much for being here. If you guys can turn on your videos for this duration, that will be great. It will be greatly appreciated. So today I felt inspired and very fitting to be the speaker, since this is the last wellness conference for the year. And I wanted to share with you all about my passion, my love, and my purpose in this lifetime, and most likely many previous lifetimes as well. So I want to share with you the importance of mindfulness and meditation in this modern age. As you know, we are undergoing a huge shift in consciousness, a huge shift and evolution in humanity. And more so than ever now, do we need this art of mindfulness and meditation. So the reason why I am so passionate about this is because of the profound effects this art has impacted in my life, and so has it impacted so many other people's lives that I know of. And as I continue to share this work and spread this joy and love of mine, I'm starting to see it shift more and more and more people's lives. So, as you know, right now, we're undergoing, a pandemic and all of these things, and it can cause us a lot of discomfort. And it could cause us also a lot of pain and also suffering if we don't know how to deal with these emotions that are going through our body. And so when we as human beings experience anything in our lives, whether that be something super blissful, super amazing, or perhaps it's a traumatic experience, our body is undergoing some sort of stress. And it takes awareness to understand what is going on. And awareness is something that we can train. It is something that we can build over time. So I want to share with you something that happened to me yesterday. So yesterday, after doing a healing session with one of my clients, a friend asked me to meet up with him. And he told me to hurry up and be quick because he had to go somewhere. And so I started rushing. And then I caught myself and I said, why am I rushing for? There's no need for me to rush. So I started to take my time. And then as I drove the motorbike out and I was driving on the road and I got stuck in traffic, and I'm like, this is strange. I never really get stuck in traffic here and it's so heavy. And so I was kind of cutting through these cars. And then I witnessed a man on the ground surrounded by many people with his head cracked open. He was bleeding so much from his head. And I saw a young boy being lifted and carried onto a back of a truck. And so I knew right away that they got into a severe motorbike accident. And I was so traumatized because I'm such a sensitive person. And so I just kept going, but I felt all of these emotions go through my body, and I started to get really upset and teary. And I was just thinking about what could happen and what is happening to them. I'm thinking about, I was just praying in my head, like, I hope they will survive. Um, just praying. And then I got to the restaurant where my friend and two other people were, and I was shaking a lot. And they were kind of just making jokes about certain things. And I told them that I just witnessed something very traumatic and that I'm quite shaky. And my friend told me that it's nothing and I shouldn't feel, I shouldn't be bothered by it. Why am I taking on the energy? And that I should just be feeling some other way instead. And that he's also seen something like that happen before. And the thing that I would invite each and every one of you that is watching, that when someone is undergoing an emotion, a traumatic experience, the last thing that you should do is make it about yourself. The last thing that you should do is tell them how to not feel. Because you're not being mindful and aware of how they are feeling. You're just purely telling them what to do. And we have no right to tell other people what to do and how to feel, because they are going through the experience themselves. It is their body, it is their experience. So they get to experience what they are experiencing. So my invitation for you is, when someone is going through anything and you're there present with them, then just hold space for them. You can be in silence, or you can ask them, how can I support you? And that is what I call awareness and being mindful. Because it's not about you, when someone is going through something. And if you really cared about the other person, then all you can really do is just hold space and honor what that person is going through. So I just felt inspired to share that with you, because that has been moving through me, and I felt that was just so relevant to share, because mindfulness can be, mindfulness is so broad. And mindfulness has so much context and it has so much depth. So, the art of meditation. When you hear the word meditation, I want you to take this moment to think about what moves through you when you think of meditation. Do you think of meditation as something, quite discomforting to do? Or do you feel that it is something, graceful and peaceful and serene? Like, when you hear the word meditation, how do you feel? So for me, when I hear the word meditation, the energy that moves through me is peace, groundedness, home, serenity, love, self-love, and service. That's what moves through me. And the reason why I love to share this art of meditation is because meditation itself has literally saved my life numerous times. And it continues to do so in this day and age, where there is just so much happening, and you can feel the collective consciousness, and you can also feel a lot of anxiety and stress that comes from outside of you. So meditation really brings you back into the present moment. It really grounds you back into yourself, and it really anchors you in your love. So I recommend, if you don't have a meditation practice yet, to really start building one. How I always recommend to people and my clients is to start, if you find it really challenging, start with 1 minute a day. And then after a few days, start building it up to 5 minutes, and then 10 minutes, and 15, and then 20. And then sooner or later, you'll be able to sit in meditation for an hour, feeling complete bliss, peace, and joy. And the thing about meditation is an art. It takes discipline, it takes practice, and it takes perseverance if you really, really want to reap the benefits. So continue to show up on your mat for yourself every day. Because if I ask you, what is 5 minutes of your day? Do you spend 5 minutes or 10 minutes or an hour or many hours scrolling on your phone? Then if you can do that, then you have time to meditate. When people tell me that they don't have time to meditate, those are the people that should be meditating the most. Because we all have time. We're constantly stuck in this construct of time. But you make time for what is important for you. And if I tell you that meditation can change your life significantly and help you with your business, it can help you with the relationships in your life, with your partner, with your parents, with your siblings. It can help you with your friendships. It could help you with how you interact with the world, how you navigate the world. Would you want to learn this art? Would you want to show up for this art, even if it's just for 5 minutes a day? And that's something that I'd invite you to ponder about. The thing about meditation is there are so many different types of meditation. So find a meditation practice that works for you. If you enjoy being in silence, then you can do a silent meditation. You can do a forest bathing meditation. You can do a walking meditation. There are so many different types of meditation out there. Honestly, like a few hundred kinds of meditation now. So I'm so sure that you will be able to find a practice that works for you. And right now, I feel inspired just to spend the next 10 minutes to guide you through a simple meditation practice. And I want to tap you into a love-based state. So something that I want to share with you is last week, something really, really powerful happened to me. And Isla, this is the first time you're going to be hearing about it. This is the first time that I'm actually sharing this. I was sitting meditating on the beach last week during the full moon and lunar eclipse. And I got to my friend's apartment, sitting right on the beachfront, panoramic view of the beach. The moon was there. And as I walked in, I was guided to light up an incense stick. So I lit up the incense stick and I sat down in front of, this Ganesha statue and these other god and goddess. And I started meditating and praying. And I got into a very, very deep meditation. And I started experiencing so much darkness. And I was like, whoa, where is this darkness coming from? And then I realized that no one has been honoring these gods and goddesses for a very long time that were in front of me. And they were very unhappy about it. And I felt like I was the very first person in a long time. And there were very beautiful Balinese offerings there, but they were like so old that the color has faded. And so I started to tune into the frequency of love. I kept saying, love, 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 love. It's okay. There's so much love. And then the energy completely shifted. I started to experience like this deep, intense energy. And then all of a sudden, this like huge energy, like a lightning bolt, struck over my head. And then I started witnessing all of these ancient hieroglyphics and light codes and ancient technology pouring down from the top of my head through every single cell and fiber of my being. And I was like, whoa, like what is happening right now? I had no idea what was happening, but I just kept witnessing what was moving through me. And then I started to cry. I was like, whoa. And I'm like, and I heard these light beings say to me, they say, Neve, like, we're encoding you with this technology from a different dimension right now. And this is just through my meditation practice. And this was, I'm telling you, this was 110% real. It was so real. So then I had all this energy moving through me and I was buzzing and I was like on fire. And I started crying like so much. And I said to them, and I asked them, I said, what do you want me to do with this? I said, what do you want me to do with all of this knowledge and everything that you've given me? And then they showed me what I was meant to do. And they said it so clear. And they showed me that I am the rainbow bridge to help people cross. I am the bridge to help people cross over from this fear-based state to a love-based state. And I do that through my meditation. And my meditations are very, very powerful. Each week I do at least 3 live meditations, and I support between 1,000 to 1,500 or 2,000 people each week with just my meditation practice all around the world. And so when they encoded me with this and they showed me what I was meant to be doing, and they told me there is no more holding back, and that I am going to share this knowledge and this technology and this wisdom with as many people as I can. And this is why I am sharing this with you now in public. I haven't shared this in public yet because it happened very recently. But I feel it to my core that this is just so ready to be shared. So yeah, now like I said, I feel inspired to guide you all through meditation. So I'm just going to share some frequency music, and then I'm going to tap you all in to a meditative state. And the thing that I want to share with you all is because now that I am encoded and I am fully activated with this ancient technology from the Star People, that whoever enters my field, whoever attends my live talks, my live meditations, or are around me in real life, your energy, your aura and your cellular DNA will get transformed and impacted through my energy field. So I'm going to take you into a meditation now. So wherever you are, just gently closing your eyes, completely relaxing your body, relaxing your shoulders, your hands, your feet, your jaw, your eyes, and your face, with your eyes gently closed. Bringing your awareness to your breath. Breathing in through your nose and out of your mouth. In through your nose and out of your mouth. In through your nose and an audible exhale. And I want you to visualize a bright white light in the center of your chest, in your heart space. With each inhale, your love in your heart expands. With each exhale, you breathe out this beautiful divine light. Breathing in love and breathing out love. Just feel your heart settling down, moving slower and slower. And with your feet grounded into the earth beneath you, there's roots of a tree growing from beneath your feet, and it moves deep into the earth. And as it travels down, it reaches the center core of the earth, anchoring your body, your spirit, your mind, Mother Earth. Feel Mother Earth nourishing you and nurturing you with her unconditional love. And feel that light and energy starting to travel back up from the soles of your feet, through your legs, moving up and up to your hip joints, to your belly, to your heart space. Connecting your heart with Mother Earth. Each beating rhythm is in perfect harmony with the heartbeat of Mother Earth. In perfect synchrony with the heartbeat of the universe. Feel the love in your heart. And as your love grows, all of your fears, all of your worries, all of your doubts, they start to dissolve away back to the earth. What a beautiful gift. What a miracle it is for each and every one of you, each and every one of us to be here right now. What a gift it is to be alive, to be experiencing this human experience. So I ask you, how are you going to choose to show up each day? Is it with love or is it with fear? Love and fear cannot coexist. Love itself is the highest vibrational frequency in this entire cosmos. It is through our love that we get to truly experience life. It is through love that we get to connect and bond and have the most beautiful experiences with others, with nature, with every single living organism. It is through love. So what is your capacity to love? How can you expand your capacity to love? And just take this moment for yourself. Tuning into that love within you, that unconditional love that is always ever so present. You are whole, you are perfect, and you are divine just as you are.
Peace within me, peace surrounding me, peace
Once again, inhaling through your nose, exhaling out of your mouth. And placing gently your left hand on your heart, and then your right hand over your left hand. And just feel the beating of your heart. Feel that gratitude and that love for your body and your heart that continues to keep you breathing and alive every single moment of every day. So how can you give back to yourself? And this is where I invite you to give back to yourself through the art of meditation. Meditation is a way of loving yourself. And when you love yourself, you have the capacity to love all, to love everyone. When you're ready, I'd invite you just to arrive back at the space. Gently open your eyes, coming back here now. I want to thank each and every one of you for being here today. And to anyone that ends up reaching this recording, I hope that you can take on this beautiful art of meditation and allow it to become a part of your daily life. Knowing that whenever it is that you feel any discomfort, anything that goes on in your life, you can always turn to this art, to be still, to be present in the here and now. Thank you all so much. Namaste. And if any of you guys, would like to be supported by me through meditation or through healing, this is what I do, as my main purpose, as my ikigai. I host meditations, I hold group meditations, I hold private meditations, I do one-on-one mentoring, one-on-one coaching. And I do theta healing. So if you don't know what theta healing is, it is a beautiful healing meditation practice where I guide you into a theta brainwave state. So that's between 4 to 7 hertz. And I tap into your subconscious mind and I become a pure channel of divine force. And I reach this higher consciousness of the 7th dimension, and I work with the creator, and I am able to reprogram any belief systems that don't serve you. I'm able to tap into that aspect and heal you, and also read your energy and many other amazing things. So if this is something that you feel resonant with, you can reach out to me on my website or my Instagram, Nini Lee and ninilee.com, or just reach out to Isla. But this is what I'm passionate about, and this is what I want to continue to spread into the world, this beautiful, beautiful art and this beautiful gift for humanity. So thank you all so much for being here and for sharing this space with me. Yeah, and for receiving. Thank you so much for receiving my energy. And if there's anything that you want to ask in this moment, please raise your hand and ask away.
Request.
What was that?
President Nelly, can I ask you something?
Sure.
I don't know if you'll be able to answer me, but I've never been, no matter how much I try, I've never been receptive to meditation. When I was admitted for depression, we used to have meditation every day at the end of the day, but I'd find myself staring at people and everyone would be asleep or they would, be in the zone and everything. I just can't. I don't know why. What causes that?
Beautiful question, and thank you for sharing that with me. So I want to share with you that at the beginning of my meditation practice, when I ever first started meditating, it's what we call the monkey mind, because there is so much going on in our mind because of all these synaptic connections in our mind that we haven't yet dealt with yet. So when we're sitting in silence, our mind, goes a little bit haywire, it goes a little bit crazy, and we can't concentrate. We have all these thoughts that arises. But the thing about meditation that I want you to know, it's like the thoughts that arises are meant to arise. You're not meant to be feeling peaceful and blissful all the time. You're not meant to be feeling, like there is no thoughts. Because when you start to first meditate, just imagine the sky, and it's a cloudy day, clouds come along, so many clouds, and then a storm comes along. That is your mind when you're meditating. And the more that you start, the more that you show up for your practice of meditation, and the importance of being able to be guided for meditation is really important for when you start. Because if you have a mentor, if you have a teacher there holding your hand, someone that you feel resonant with on the same frequency with you, that that can support you on your journey, then it makes the practice super easy and accessible and tolerable. But the beginning of meditation is not meant to be easy. And this is why, I say that the more you do it, the more you're going to reap the benefits. Yeah. And the thing about meditation is when you're in silence and your body is like, still, you're going to start realizing these discomfort that comes up. It could be aches and pain in your body. You might realize like, oh my God, like my knee is aching so much, or like my liver is hurting so much, or my kidney, or my heart, I can't really breathe, my chest is congested, or I'm getting a headache. And a lot of the times is when you're starting to meditate, it's very easy to want to fall asleep. It's because your mind is untrained. It's called the untrained mind. And falling asleep is so common. And I feel like that is why a lot of people give up on meditation, because a lot of people just end up falling asleep. But like I said, it's a training. It's a training. Keep doing it every day. The more you do it, the more your mind becomes clear, the more your mind becomes focused, and the more deeper you're able to get into your meditative state. And this is why, people spend ages in temples, or monks can just sit and meditate for like days or months without interference. It's because they've trained themselves and they've become the master of their lives because they've mastered their mind. Yeah. When I first started meditating, I used to fall asleep all the time. I used to open my eyes. I remember when I was in the mountains in Japan meditating in a temple. There was all these monks and all these people, and they were just like so deep, you know. And I kept opening my eyes and I kept looking around and I kept fidgeting. I kept like, you know, touching my body. My knees started to swell up. I was going through a lot, but I realized that that was my body's way of telling me of how much I needed this practice. It was the way that my body was telling me, like, Nee, like you've got all of this energy stored here, here, and here. You know, I was feeling a lot of pain in my liver, and that was because I knew that it was because I was drinking a lot back then when I was a teenager. I used to intoxicate myself all the time, and my liver was communicating with me through my meditation that, hey, it's time to love me more. Like, stop doing that to me. Like, I'm keeping you alive. I'm helping you detoxify every moment of every day, and you're not nourishing me. You're putting me through a lot of you know, of work right now. And then my kidneys would hurt, my knees were swelling up, you know, it was like puffy. I did a 10-day silent meditation retreat, and let me tell you, it was the most hard and painful and discomforting experience I had in my life. But when I came out of that 10 days in silence, oh my gosh, I changed completely. My whole life changed. And this is why I'm able to be here speaking to you right now. It's because of my meditation practice. But you know, meditation is medicine. It is pure medicine. And you know, it is an art. It takes discipline, it takes perseverance, and it takes a lot of courage and strength. And is within each moment you continue to show up, even when you don't want to show up, that's where your growth happens. That's where your transformation happens. When you don't want to do it, but you do it anyway, because you know that it's going to be so good for you, and it is so good for you. Yeah. Like, it is a way of giving back to yourself. You know, as human beings, we're so often like, you know, frantic, running around doing this and this, you know, going out, we're working. And how often do we come back to ourselves and sit there with ourselves and ask ourselves, how are you feeling today, body? You know, like, talk to your heart. Heart, how are you feeling today? I'm feeling a little bit of, you know, heaviness. Okay, where's this heaviness coming from? Oh, it's because of this experience that I had the other day that I haven't paid attention to yet. And the reason why, and you know, when you talked about depression, I've suffered from depression before, and I've been in a place where I've tried to commit suicide. And I was very young then. I didn't know anything about emotional awareness. I wasn't being taught that in school. No one taught me about what pain was. No one taught me about what it was, like, you know, any of that. The school system teaches us maths, history, all of these things, but they don't teach us about our emotions. And so when I went through depression, I had no idea what was happening. I tried to kill myself, and I wasn't allowed to do that because the spirits interfered, and they said that you're meant for something big in your life, and it is not your time to leave this planet. And now I know why. It's because of this. It's because to share the gift of meditation and how it could save many people's lives every day, whether that be depression, PTSD, anything. Is you just coming back to yourself, you remembering who you are, and you remembering that at the core of your being, you are whole, and that anything that coming from outside of you it's not real. It's a construct that you've made in your mind. You know, I realized when I used to say, I am sad, I am depressed, I am anxious, what I'm telling myself is that I am that. I've built that label for myself, but actually, no, I am none of that. I am only experiencing, you know, emotions, or I'm experiencing, you know, feelings of anxiousness. I'm experiencing feelings of stress. I want you guys to realize the difference there. You know, I am stressed and I am feeling emotions of stress. It's a huge difference. You know, one is saying that you are it, that you are this thing, and one is just saying that you are just an emotion and it's moving through you and it gets to leave. So, you know, being very mindful and aware of what you are speaking and what you are saying to yourself. Yeah. And when people choose to diagnose you and tell you that, you know, you're experiencing symptoms of this, and this, so you must be depressed, you must be this. And this is where I don't really often agree with, you know, this the modern medicine, you know, world, the healthcare. When the, you know, when you start to experience this symptom or this symptom, and they tell you that you are this, and it's like, you know, there could be a more holistic way to see it. You know, when you tell someone that they are this, then their mind and their heart is going to be feeling like, oh my God, I am this. And then they start to believe this and they start to actually become it before they are even that. Yeah. Um, so yeah, I hope that answers your question. That meditation is a practice, and the monkey mind, the sleepy mind is very normal for the beginning. Just keep going, just keep showing up. Find a teacher that can support you. This is what I do for my clients. I meet with them once or twice a week, and I guide them through a meditation using my voice and through my channel. And they are able to tap into a deep meditation, and they're able to tap into different dimensions, and they're able to see other spirits. So, you know, my client the other day experienced Buddha. She saw Buddha in her meditation, and she's never seen that in her entire life. And she said to me, Nee, after that first session I had with you last week, you completely shifted my whole life. And so she had another session with me. Same thing with my other clients. So now they're starting to experience these shifts that they never were able to experience on their own. They were not able to really tap into this deep meditation through their own field, because there is still a lot of blockages and patterns within them. But this is where a teacher or a mentor can come along and help you repattern and rewire everything and create space for you to feel and tap into meditation or tap into anything that you want to be. You know, I can even help you tap into your future timeline through meditation. I can drop you into a deep meditation and bring you into your future timeline where you're living your best life, and you get to bring that back here, and then you start manifesting. And that's how I do most of my things. I'm able to jump timelines, bring it back here, and I'm able to manifest. And this is the power of your heart, and this is the power of your mind. Yeah, your mind is so powerful, and if you train your mind to serve you in the most beautiful and divine way and the most aligned way, your life can change significantly. A lot of the times we experience you know, these how do I say, unfortunate circumstances in our lives, or things not going the way that we want, or pain and suffering. It's because we have an untrained mind. We make decisions based off an untrained mind. You know, we're always circling in this cyclic existence. You know, in Buddhism we call it samsaras. You know, it's where you're always running in a circle, in a pattern. And, you know, for example, you're in this toxic relationship, and then you break out of it, and then you find yourself being in a toxic relationship again, and then again and again, and from person to person you're in this cycle. That is what we call samsara. That is what we call being stuck in a cyclic existence, because you're in a pattern and you haven't cut yourself out of it. And you know, same thing for things like, you know, depression, anything like that, or fear. It is just a pattern. You just need to find a way to break yourself out of that, you know, and then you get to experience a different emotion, and then you now know that you don't want to go back there anymore. You can't go back there anymore because you've literally collapsed that timeline and that aspect of you, and now you get to live a different aspect, an aspect of yourself that is more empowered, that is more aligned, that is more everything. Yeah, I hope that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just like
Thank you,
Can I?
sometimes I'm just word vomiting. I'm like, where is this coming from? Yeah.
Can I just check?
Yeah.
Can I just check, because I probably have a similar issue as with President Lesego, except I think that my issues are probably much more based on spirituality. So when you do meditation, you go through these mantras, and I find myself a lot of times saying, so you are saying you're doing all these mantras, who are you really connecting with? I mean, if I am a staunch Christian believer in God, what does it mean? Does it mean that even in that language that I can't explain, in those mantras and what have you, am I able to connect? Who is this higher being? Do we create our own higher beings? Or so I think my issue with not being able to unblock or really clear my mind whenever I try meditation is much more to do probably with the fear of, okay, if it's mantra, does it mean that I'm now floating towards Hinduism and all that thing? So I think that's what I suspect that's what my fear or the blockage that then comes through is.
Thank you so much for asking that question and sharing that with me. So that is wow, so beautiful. And I'm gonna share this with you, and this is what they have showed me. This is what the higher consciousness has showed me. So when they fully activated my body, all of these ascended masters and beings started morphing into one. So I started seeing Buddha, I started seeing, Guan Yin, I started seeing Jesus, Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene. I saw every single one of the Buddhas and the ascended masters, the spirits, the angels, all going in and out of each other. And the feeling that I got from that was just pure, unconditional love. So when I am meditating, or when I am, singing mantras or doing anything, connecting, what I am connecting to is the creator of all that is, that love, that unconditional love. That's what I connect to. So when I sing mantras, the mantras is a way, it's a vibration. Mantras are vibration. So when you sing a mantra, it creates a frequency, it creates a vibration, and that mantra actually massages the glands in your body, depending on what vibration it's at. So it might massage your liver or your kidneys or your heart. And when that gets, massaged and activated, you're able to connect with yourself more. You're clearing more, you're healing more. So you're able to connect with yourself more. So, the thing that I've been focused on is this beauty of non-duality. There is no he or she, there is no feminine and masculine, there is no good and bad, there just is. Everything is perfect as it is, everything is one, everything is love. So when you talk about things being Hindu or Christianity or Catholic or Buddhism, all of these, right? All of these is just a way for us to connect. It connects us to ourselves. Yeah. And these goddesses and these beings that has been created is a way for us, to worship, and to look up to. these enlightened beings, and but they're all just bringing us back to ourselves. So there is, I love exploring everything. I explore Hinduism, Buddhism, I'm starting to learn more about Christianity now. And all it really brings me back and teaches me is love. What we've created and what, we've built upon in terms of love, because all of this is just inviting us back home to ourselves. So that is how I would kind of explain that experience. There is this devotion that I have. I love to worship Buddha and Ganesha, Guan Yin, all of these beautiful beings, because I feel them with me. They're around me, supporting me all the time. It's because I believe in them and I get their support. But the thing that I'm fully devoted to is the devotion to the love of myself, within myself. And they are able to help and guide me back to that love within myself. So everything is always just kind of guiding you back with the connection to yourself, that home within, that love within. Yeah? With Jesus, he sacrificed, and he was just teaching us about this unconditional love. In each tradition, in each culture, whatever we worship is just literally teaching us how to connect to ourselves, how to free ourselves from suffering. Yeah, and by doing that, it's releasing the attachments and coming home to that love within ourselves that's always present and always there. And it takes a lot of work. I'm telling you, it's a lot of work that people choose to not show up and do, because it takes a lot to sit with yourself. And, there is still so much that's coming up for me now. But there's so much beauty, because the more that you work on yourself, the more you heal these aspects within you, the more that you start to feel like, wow, life is just pure magic. Everything is working in my favor. Everything is, helping me become the best version of myself so that I could support humanity. And for me, my focus is why I want to just keep meditating and working on myself and my healing is because I get to help humanity. I get to share this goodness, and I get to impact people's lives. I get to have better relationships with my parents, my family, my friends, because I'm a better person, because I'm experiencing more love within myself. So then they feel the love, and people will feel, we're all energetic beings. We can feel when someone is lying to us. We can feel when, we're in fear, or we can feel a lot. So it's like, what energy do you want to spread to the world? And, is it love, or is it fear? I hope that answers your question, Keketso. Yeah, everything is just love.
Yeah.
Teaching us love.
Thanks.
Ayla, you put your hand up.
Yes, Neely, I just want to say thank you. I'm actually in the hospital today, and it's like kind of like one of critical points for my mom, and suddenly everything just, like you said, and I just want to say thank you. I think I went already slowly get off the session really helps me, and everything else happens for you, right? Like, for example, like things just happen for you, people that you want, they just come to you, everything that you ever wanted, they just come to you. But like, you have to be patient. You can't just, how you say, okay, this is what I want, and at your time, because maybe it's not the correct time for you. It's all happened for like good things, the moon, the star, the sun, the sunshine is happens for you, right? And I am sure that in the time of pandemic, we get together, there is something that attract us one another. It's an attraction. You cannot, what you call it? you cannot, how you say, you cannot say no to attraction, right? It's like an energy that like just taking you, you know. But you know, I came from two backgrounds of families. Like my mother is a very strict Muslim and my dad is a Hindu. You know, but I am a Christian, because in Christianity we believe that we are God. There is God inside of us, and that's a higher being. That's a higher you. It's a spiritual being. You know, like you, it's inside you. Everything else that you need, it's inside you. We call it the spirit. You know, and in fact, in Christianity, in Hinduism, in Quran, they write about spirits so many times. In fact, when you pray in Islam, they pray about, we pray for the spirit of the Prophet Muhammad, you know, and it's all spirituality, you know. And I think, like, if you can be like President Neely, I wanted to train where I can go to future and come back.
I can do that for you.
But you know, you can feel sometimes, right? If you have a very good connection with yourself, you can close your eyes and you know, like, for example, like this person going to be in your life for like 10 years, 20 years, you can feel it, you know. You become so sensitive, you know. You, how you say, you it's wellness.
Prophecy.
Yes, it's very important to have a higher spirituality, you know, higher conscious, that like President Neely said. And I want to thank you so much, President Neely. You have no idea that today was like one of, like, in 2020, it is probably one of the downest point in my life, you know, but thank you. And I don't know how, it's just, it meant to be on Tuesday, it meant to be on wellness session. So I feel a little bit, you know, uplift, because I know that, yeah, there is higher being with me, you know. And I'm not in fear, but you know, in some point you just experience emotion of the that particular, you know. Thank you so much. You don't know how you helped me today, you know. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And
Thank
for
you.
everybody that show up also, thank you. Thank you, Neely. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate you, and my thoughts are with, you know, your family and your mom. Thank you. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone. Gonna close this off now. Thank you for your beautiful questions, and as always, thank you, Isla, for you know, creating this space and allowing me to share and do what I love, which is to spread wellness. And you know, I'm sure that I will see all of you guys so soon. And please reach out to me if you would like support or guidance on meditation or on any patterns, beliefs, or healings. Yeah, reach out to me. Much love and stay blessed. Stay safe. Much love to you all. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, President Neely. Thank you.
Thank you.
Light, President Neely.
Bye.
And light.
Love and light. See you
Bye,
soon.
everyone. Be blessed.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wonderful.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye, President Ayla.
Bye-bye, President
Bye-bye.
Ayla.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you so much, Neely.